Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set here for Game 2 between ICC and Northeast. If you're just now joining us, well, you missed an absolute gem of a pitcher's showdown there in Game 1 as Northeast picked up the 2-1 win to improve to 28-5 overall, 6-3 inside conference play. ICC falls to 19-9 overall, 6-5 inside conference play. The coaches meeting at home plate right now. Let's take a look at today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineup for Game 2, and let's start with Northeast. It'll be Griffin at third base. Duskin, who was the Game 1 winner, she'll move out to left field. Clanton will be your shortstop. Heineman will be the DP. Locke will be your first baseman. Carnathan will be the second baseman. Young will be in right field. Calicut will be the center fielder, and Muser will be the catcher. Pitching here in Game 1 will be Emma Dempsey. She comes in with an 8-3 record with 2 saves. She's pitched 61 innings, has given up 51 hits, 22 runs, 16 of those have earned. She's walked 17 and has struck out a team best 65. She comes in with a 1.84 ERA. For ICC, the starting lineup will look like this. Sarah Kate Thompson will be at second base. Sammy Day Jones will be in center field. It'll be Shaw pitching and batting third. Julia Shaw. We'll look at her stats once we give the rest of the lineup here. You've got Tyree catching, Rippey at first base, Emma Rose Thompson in right field, Albertson will be at third base, Ware will be in left field, and Beckley will be the shortstop. Talking about those stats for Julia Shaw, she comes in with a record of 4-3 overall. She's pitched 31 2/3 innings, has given up 29 hits, 20 runs, 15 of those earned. She's walked 17, has struck out 29, and has a 3.32 ERA. That is today's Coca-Cola starting lineup for both squads, and we're going to take one more quick timeout and be back with the First American National Bank opening pitch right after this.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening pitch, and we've got royalty joining us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. I wasn't talking about you, Coach. I was talking about your wife.
Oh, I'm sure you're talking about Dana. That's definitely she's my better half for sure.
As Coach Andy Kirk is going to join us here for Game 2, as we're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening pitch. ICC trying to pull even with a win here in Game 2. As it'll be Griffin, Duskin, and Clanton scheduled up here in the top of the first for Northeast. The First American National Bank opening pitch is going to go high for a ball. So this is Griffin at the plate. And Coach Kirk, you've been in this position before, a tough, hard-fought loss there in Game 1. Just talk about turning around, getting the team's attention, and trying to bounce back for a win in Game 2.
That is probably the hardest thing of junior college coaching is you do play doubleheaders every day. And even if you win the first game, you got to keep them focused for Game 2. But definitely if you have a hard, tough loss like we just had in that last game, you've got to get them focused and ready to go.
That last pitch in there for strike 1-1 now is the count here. And Shaw finds his zone there. 1-2 now is the count. Julia Shaw getting the start here in Game 2. This is her 10th appearance on the year. She's pitched 31 2/3 inning and has a 1-2 count here against Griffin, the third baseman. Waiting the 1-2 pitch here, and it's going to be just a bit high and outside. 2-2 now is the count. Well, Coach, we talked about it when ICC and Northeast get together, it's always going to be a battle. And that was the case there in Game 1. If you're a fan of pitching, that was your ideal game there in Game 1. That's
exactly right. I mean, you got two third-year kids that have been battle-tested, coming back, and you knew that's what you're going to get out of those.
There's a strike 3 and a good start to the contest there for Julia Shaw, picking up the Renaissance Bank strikeout. But continue your thought there, Coach.
Yeah, that is a great strikeout because Griffin's a great hitter, and they held her down in Game 1. So, I mean, right here you got Duskin. I mean, she's a third-year kid going to UNA next year, was going to Delta State, came back, just a battler. We had trouble with her for the last 2 years, so that's about what you expected out of her and Imrob.
So with one out in the inning, Duskin will step into the plate, takes that first pitch high and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Well, I know you saw recently that Imrob committed to Valdosta, and it's a good pickup there for Valdosta.
Oh, it's a big pickup, and they love their athletics, and she'll fit right in with them. All sports, Valdosta, every year in Division II is nationally ranked. I mean, if you name a sport, football, baseball, basketball, softball, they just love their sports. She'll fit right in with them. She gave me a phone call yesterday to let me know before she announced it, and I appreciate that. That's just a great kid that she is.
1-1 now is the count here after that foul ball back behind us. Duskin playing in left field here after picking up the win in game 1. And so now she moves up in the batter's box, waiting on the 1-1 pitch. It drifts low and outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
Oh, Duskin, she's a catalyst. You just got to keep her off base because they go as she goes. If she gets hot and gets on base, she can just stir her trouble.
She, I believe, had 2 hits there in game 1 and there's going to be a foul ball. 2-2 now. She was robbed of an extra base hit on a great jumping catch by Alberson over at third base that would have given them the 3-1 lead heading into the bottom of the 7th, but a great defensive play there by Hay, and she's done that a couple of times today. Coach, talk about how hard it is to play that third base position.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, you're so close to the batter. I mean, you have nerves of steel. Luckily, we've been fortunate to have several good ones throughout the years.
This is going to be a drop out in center field for a base hit.
But, yeah, you got to have – it's not about how far you can range. It's just about your quickness and just reaction time. You don't have much time to react over there at the hot corner.
So that will go for a 1-out single from Duskin out to center field. Just a nice job of putting the barrel on the ball that time and dropped it out there. And now this will bring the shortstop Clanton to the plate. So a runner at first, and Duskin is a threat to steal. She did have a steal in the first game of the day. I think she is now 10 of 12 on stolen base attempts, or 11 of 12 on stolen base attempts.
Yeah, she causes havoc on the bases, and here with Clanton, she's another third-year kid, that's experienced. She's been through there. She's from your neck of the woods, I believe.
I believe you're right on that one.
She's one of those Calhoun kids, I believe.
No, she is New Hope.
New Hope.
Columbus.
Okay.
Columbus, Calhoun, close.
Well, they are.
Not in distance, just in the verbiage. That first pitch missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count here. 1 out and a runner at first. That pitch in there for a strike.
That's a great pitch. That's Shaw. She's just going to move the ball around. She's going to spin it. She's not going to beat you with velocity, but she has so much spin on her ball. It's hard to barrel up.
1-1 now is the count here to the shortstop, Clanton, batting in that 3 spot here in game 2. We're in the top of the first. No score between ICC and Northeast. This one's going to be fouled out of play. 1-2 now is the count. Interesting note here. You've got Julia Shaw of ICC, and then you look across the way, Jana Shaw of Northeast. Sisters going after each other today.
Twin sisters.
Twin sisters.
Twins. Yep. One's right-handed, one's left-handed. Isn't that interesting?
Huh. So 1-2 now is the count. And that pitch drifts high for a ball. 2-2. We'll see which one makes the better life choices. No, I'm kidding. If anybody's watching in favor of Northeast. But
yeah, they're both Hernando kids. Actually, speaking of Hernando kid, we just talked to one of our alumni, Madison Burroughs, down there. Her and Katie Boatner from East Union, but Madison's a Hernando kid, and they're here supporting the Indians.
2-2 pitch, and it's going to be a grounder, but it's going to be foul, and we'll stay at 2-2. And Coach, that's one interesting thing you can talk about this program, the years that you spent here and continuing now on under Coach Ernest. And, I get text messages during games from you, other parents and players. This ICC family, especially the softball family, is a close-knit one.
Oh, extremely close. I mean, we still hear from, grandparents, aunts, uncles that live way off in other states whose, their kids, grandkids, nieces, whatever, didn't play. It's been 8 years, and they're still watching the broadcast.
Well, this pitch popped up in foul territory, and nearly stayed in play.
Almost stayed in play, yeah.
You can't see it on the broadcast, but it's one of those that looked like it was trying to dip back in, but that will just go for a foul ball, and we'll sit at 2-2.
I think it's going to be in that little dead man's corner, too, where you have the line that extends out from what blocks the dugout now, the protective screen there and everything. I think she was going to end up being in that little triangle probably if she did catch it.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at first here in the top of the first inning. Game 2 between ICC and Northeast. Shaw getting set to deliver the pitch. This one's going to be popped up. Right fielder will drift over and squeeze that one for out number 2.
That's a great out right there. And you get the number 3 hitter. Duskin's still at first base as well. So you got 2 outs, and a girl only at first.
And now this will bring Hyman to the plate. She's a DP batting in that 4 spot here in game 2. If you're just now joining us, ICC dropped a 2-1 decision in the first game of the day. They had a chance to rally late, but Just a nice relay in, cut down a possible triple for the Indians, and that would have been the tying run in scoring position. Runner goes, throw down is too tall, and that'll be a stolen base there for Duskin.
And that changes the situation I just brought up. Now she is in scoring position with 2 outs. Another tidbit with this game, you got the batter here and the catcher who graduated from the same high school, Hewitt-Trussville over in Alabama. You know, besides the 2 sisters being on opposite teams, you got former teammates right here that went to school together and graduated together.
Well, the unique thing about that as well, neither one of those are in either district for the Twins or for the teammates here. So that pitch finds that outer edge for a strike.
That tells you how much that recruiting has changed, you know, and, you know, not only are we 50 minutes away from each other, Northeast ICC playing each other, but you got kids, like I said, from all over, but they know each other.
So 1-1 now is the count. Shaw set to deliver. Swinging and a miss for strike 2. Healthy chop there by Hyman, just couldn't quite time that one up. And now the count goes 1-2. Runner at second, no score here in the top of the first. Shaw trying to find the exit here. As Hyman at the plate awaiting the pitch. Swinging and a miss for strike 3.
What a great curveball on the outside corner there.
Second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the inning there for Shaw. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
The slices and the sticks.
All I ever wanted for dinner was pizza, Marcy. And all I ever asked of you was steaks.
Don't choose. Get Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks. And Dane's awake.
Dane.
I smell bacon.
End the dinner drama with hot and ready slices and sticks. Or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the first inning. You want to be the 1-2-3 batters due up here. Sarah Kate Thompson, Sammy Day Jones, and Julia Shaw due up here for the Indians in the bottom of the first. We're joined by former ICC head coach, all-time winningest coach in ICC softball history, Coach Andy Kirk, sitting in with us here in Game 2. And Sarah Kate Thompson takes that first pitch in there for strike 1.
As you can tell, you know, Dempsey's a tall, long, lanky pitcher right here. She's going to work primarily down in the zone, a lot of, you know, drop balls. She just comes hard at you.
That pitch missing outside, 1-1, and also she's going to have a long stretch, so
yes,
the ball's going to get there in a hurry too.
Yes, and she's low 60s. She's got a lot of spin on it, but she does have speed, and she likes to work fast.
This one is off the hands of Thompson. It'll be foul ball. 1-2 now is the count. Sarah Kate, a player from Myrtle that has worked her way into the starting lineup, has been in that number 1 position all season long, and she's got a few options to continue her career next year, and I know she's excited to announce that, as this ball's going to be fouled out of play. We'll stay at 1-2.
Yes, somebody's going to be very lucky to get her too. Not just a great softball player, but just a great teammate, just a super. I know she works for you guys during the week and stuff. She just, you know, just a fun kid to be around, and just all time, just gets after it.
And right on cue, there's a base hit for Sarah Kate, and that will be the first hit of the day. And if anything, very positive there to see that top part of the top part of the lineup contribute early.
There's no doubt. If you can get that leadoff on, you know, to start out each inning, it doesn't matter what inning, it just puts pressure on the defense because you got a lot of options right here, what you can go with.
Now this will be Sammy Day Jones coming to the plate. A lot of speed over in first base in Thompson. And Day Jones takes that first pitch high and inside for a ball.
Yeah, Sammy Day being able to slap or stand in and hit. I mean, she can move the ball around right here, so there's tremendous pressure on the Tigers right here to defend what we put on.
So 1-0 is the count. Shows bunt, but fouls this one off. 1-1 now is the count. You see a lot of teams, especially today, both these teams played a lot of small ball, try to execute some runs. And, you know, small ball in the game of softball, if you can force, because there is going to be a bunt, and they're going to go to first, so that will be a sacrifice bunt there. But this is something you're big on, too, here, Coach, is if you can force the defense to think, the odds are they're going to overthink and possibly make an error or not make the right decision in those situations.
Yeah, exactly. If you can get a team that just hustles, they get down the line, and no matter what kind of ground ball, bunt, whatever they do, and you just keep putting pressure on them, eventually you hope they rush and make a mistake.
And so now with one out after that sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, this will bring Julia Shaw to the plate as that pitch low in the dirt for a ball. And, well, I tell you what, Sarah Kate got a big jump there and luckily recognized the ball didn't get away and was able to scamper back to second.
Yeah, she's a very aggressive base runner.
That pitch finds the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, part of Sarah Kate, too, is she's reading where the shortstop is, and the second baseman's playing away from the bag, so that means she knows she can get a further, a lead each time that they're not going to pick behind her right here.
1-1 pitch on its way, and that one's going to paint the corner for a strike as well. And, Coach, you weren't kidding. Dempsey, she wastes no time in between pitches.
No time. They're going to have to take some timeouts and, just break her. If she gets in that rhythm, she's tough.
There's going to be a ground ball. It's going to get through to right field. They're going to ask Thompson to score from second. The throw is not going to be in time.
Great job of hitting there with Shaw. With 2 strikes, that curveball away from her, and she found that 4 hole and hit it in the right field. Big RBI to get the momentum right here starting off game 2.
Coach, talk about it, how important it is to strike early after dropping a hard-fought game like we saw there in game 1.
Yes, your kids are disappointed, but the game's over. There's nothing you can do about it, and you just got to get them refocused. And if you can just get that early lead, you can take a deep breath and say, all right, let's play again. Let's make it happen. And now, see if you can add to it.
So now this will be the number 4 batter, Riley Tyree, coming to the plate, catching again here in game 2. Takes that first pitch. High for a ball. 2-0 is the count.
Oh, Tyree, she can hit. She's having a great season for them, and I know they count on her for a lot of RBIs, and, you wish there was some way you could get Shaw in a scoring position right here for her because she played on a tremendous high school team. Actually, she had a girl last year on her junior team who graduated at Christmas this year starting shortstop for Alabama.
Wow.
She graduated. She didn't even finish her senior year.
Ooh,
they were
on
loaded.
This one, and that one would have exited the ballpark. Unfortunately, though, a foul ball. Yeah, that's when you know you're pretty good, when you can graduate early and go to a place with a program like Alabama.
Yes, and not, she should be going to her senior prom and playing her senior year, and she's playing at Alabama.
Backhanded stop there by the shortstop. Nice throw across the way. Runner does advance in that situation. Now there's 2 outs, but a great play over there at short by Clanton, as that wasn't an easy play.
By no means. You don't see many shortstops that can go in the hole and backhand. If they backhand with these 60-foot bases, usually they're going to beat them out, but she made a tremendous play. But as soon as the ball hit her glove, it was out, and she was getting it across the diamond there.
So now this will be Rain Rippey coming to the plate. Rippey is playing first base. Looks at that first pitch inside corner for a strike. 0-1 now is the count here to Rain Rippey.
Need a big hit like Rain had her last at bat. Something off the wall right here with all the power that she has.
That pitch high for a ball. Well, Rippey had a lot of success to start the season, and it may have come back to kind of bite her, as she had multiple home runs in that series they played down in Louisiana as this pitch fouled back for strike 2. If anything, that told coaches, don't throw anything easy to this girl. Keep it out of the zone or close to the zone and make her work for it.
That's exactly right. Early success, in non-conference, can be the evil of when you get to conference, they scout you.
And the swing and a miss there, and got her chasing one on that outer edge for a Renaissance Bank strikeout. We've played one here in Fulton. ICC leads it 1-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to shift now to the top of the second inning. ICC leading it 1-0 after an RBI single off the bat of Shaw, and that's what you want to see out of your pitcher. Help your own cause there and drive in a run. ICC leads it 1-0. Going to be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up here for Northeast. Locke, Carnathan. No, I didn't say it right that time, did I?
Carnathan.
Carnathan, and Young.
Yeah, Shaw helped herself there. A lot of times, pitchers don't get to bat, and they just have to be at the mercy of their teammates to bring the offense. But she got her team off the early lead. Now she gets to go out there and try to hold it.
She had 2 Renaissance Bank strikeouts in the top part of the first as that pitch goes high for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Everybody loves to see the velo, the velocity, and everything pitching, but if you can throw strikes and change speeds and just spin the ball, it's just so hard to hit.
So the 1-0 pitch on its way. That one just missing outside. 2-0 now is the count here.
Different umpire behind the plate, different strike zone. You just got to adjust. Both teams will on what they're going to give you.
So Shaw in the circle, getting set to deliver the 2-0 pitch here to Locke. Locke looking the whole way that time. It's in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count.
And that's what you want your pitcher to do. Come out and fill it up with strikes, Don't give him free passes. They hit a solo home run, so what? It's only tied, but don't put freebies on.
So now waiting the 2-1 offering here from Shaw. And that one falls off the table a bit too soon. Tried to get that frame job, did Tyree, but the home plate umpire didn't bite on it. 3-1 now is the count.
She's definitely not missing by much, and she's had a good eye at the plate right here, but time to go right back at her and challenge her.
So a 3-1 offering coming here from Shaw. This one hammered, popped up. Center fielder coming on. Now Ware's going to call her off and make the play.
Great communication there by your outfield. That's the one that we call in that little triangle area right over shortstop. They've got to communicate with each other. Who's going to get there?
And that's one of those as the left fielder. I mean, it's either ball, but she had momentum going her way and a good job of barking that commanding, I got it. Not instead of just a half-hearted, I got it, Take command, and that's the sign of a sophomore out there in left field.
That's exactly right. That communication is so key.
And this one's going to be a deep fly ball. It's got a chance. It's back to the wall, and it's gone.
And that's the importance of not walking the girl in front of her, though. I mean, it's a solo. It's tied up, but that's all it is. You're not down. You're just back even.
So that will be a home run there for
Caitlin Carnathan.
Carnathan coming in, and for Carnathan, that is her second home run of the season. And as you mentioned, Coach, it is tied up, but you made that other point as well, avoiding that walk and the leadoff batter. It does keep it a tie contest here. You just go out and talk to your pitcher, say, hey, no big deal.
No big deal.
We got you back. We're going to come back and get a few more ourselves.
Yep. There's been several guys and make the Hall of Fame in major leagues that get up a whole lot of home runs in their career, but most of them are solos, pitch with a lead. It's all right. Fill up the strike zone now. Go get the next girl.
And the next girl is Young, the right fielder coming to the plate. Looks at that pitch high and outside for a ball. See former ICC softball coach Chad Case out there fishing that home run ball and tossing it to a Northeast fan.
Sadly to say, it's probably the most exercise he's got all day getting off his golf cart. What do you think?
You're probably right on that one. Is 1-1 now is the count.
He'd probably kill me for saying that, but we all know Teddy Bushland taught him everything he knows. So, and then it just kind of trickled on down to me, to work. How I was able to gain the knowledge of coaching softball at Itawamba.
1-1 pitch coming, and this one hit hard, and this is trouble here. And back-to-back jacks from Northeast is Young. Just hit that one on a rope there, and it's now 2-1 in favor of the Tigers.
I was just about to mention that E.C. Young has tremendous power. She's kind of feast or famine type player. She's going to give you a big swing every time, and she caught the That's the perfect home run. She hit the line drive right there. You know, I didn't think it when it came off the bat. I wasn't sure it was going to carry enough. I just thought it was in a perfect spot in between the left fielder and the center fielder, and left center and was going to fall in. That thing just carried on out of here.
And Coach Ernest is going to come out and kind of talk to her defense right now. And, Coach, just put the coaching shoes back on you in this case. You know, you just gave up 2 hard hits, but still a 2-1 contest, and your pitchers started out well in those 2 pitches. You know, what are you talking to your team about right now?
Yep, you got to settle down. You just got to settle down. Same thing. It's just solo home runs. It's just like a regular hit, but it did go over the fence. And, you know, just keep it in the park right here. Keep getting ahead, and then let's start changing speeds a little bit more. You know, I think she fell in love there with 2 curveballs that didn't quite get to the outer half because she, you know, missed with a few that were just off the plate, didn't get the call from the umpire, and then left a couple that stayed right over the heart of the plate and got hit. And, I mean, that's just a part of it. I mean, you got a good team. There's a reason that the Tigers are ranked, but, you know, you're still in the game. So let's just go ahead and let's stop it right here and let's get 2 more outs and let your team go hit for you.
Now it'll be Calicut coming to the plate. She's playing in center field here in game 2. Shaw staying in. And this one's going to be hit, and it's going to drop for a base hit. We'll see if they're going to try to turn it in 2. No, a good relay in quickly by Beckley that time to keep the runner at first. And just one of those little blue pits, put them where they ain't that time, and that's going to be the 4th hit of the game there for the Tigers.
And that's the heart of them right there. I mean, you gave up 2 solo home runs, and they were both, you know, caught off the barrel. That one, she made a good pitch, a curveball outside, and she hooked it and just hit off the end of the bat. I mean, and just like, I don't know if you could drop a wedge in there any better than where that thing went right over the third baseman.
So now this will bring up the number 9 batter, Muser, who is catching here in game 2. She's going to show the bunt and pull it back and take that for a ball. As they do look the runner back to first in that situation. 1-0 is the count here to Muser.
And Muser and Shaw were teammates in high school. Muser graduated a year before Shaw, so they've seen each other in practice, travel ball, different things, you know, been around each other. But chance for a ground ball double play right here.
And this one popped up. Center fielder's going to camp underneath it and squeeze that one for out number 2. I like what you were thinking there, Coach.
Yes, yeah, she was a double play candidate, but we'll take the 1. And 1's better than none. That's what we always say in the coaching world. We'll take 1 over none. Now, top of the lineup, you're going to keep an eye on the runner here. They could be putting something in motion just in case, you know, try to get her in scoring position. But if she doesn't, she gets thrown out, then you still got your lead off to lead off the next inning.
The Indians did catch a runner trying to steal in game 1. Tyree has been pretty solid in that category this season. Runner does go. The throw down is not in time. Just couldn't apply the tag there. A close play there. And Calicut sliding to avoid the tag, and she'll move to second.
That's one you wish you had a little replay on if you're at the 4-year level, just to see where the tag and the hand were at the same time. Just cause it, where the tag came down, you would think her hand's on the base, but you like just slow it down and see.
Pitch goes for a ball. This one fouled back. 1-1 now is the count. I'll tell you this: if they bring replay to the JUCO level, I'm looking for another job. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
How long would that take, you know, for them to go figure that out? Because it takes them so long on the 4-year level to go to the monitor and all that.
So the 1-1 pitch here, it drifts high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah.
Now, do they? I guess they go to Atlanta. No, it goes to Birmingham in the SEC play.
In SEC play, and then non-SEC, they go off to the umpiring room and try to look at it and, you know, see what best angle they can get.
So waiting the 2-1 offering here, and that one's going to miss low and inside for a ball. What would happen if they went to the umpire's room and say they had a guy like Gore running the broadcast who refused to run the replay?
Yeah, that would be be interesting, wouldn't it?
Don't worry about it. I trust you guys. You guys got it.
That would be interesting.
This ball popped up, back and out of play, and we'll go to 3-2 now.
I was reading today about Major League Baseball, and their replay is, of course, they've got tremendous money, billions of dollars, but they have a guy that he's over all that they're planning on this year. When they call for a replay, the decision ought to be made by the time the umpires on the field put their headset on.
Wow.
There's going to be somebody in the stadium doing the replay for them. And they're going to have all the camera angles to see it and everything to be able to make that decision split second, not to waste any time.
Yeah, I like that idea because, I mean, you can have a guy watching the game for the sole purpose of being, all right, I'm watching for a replay.
Exactly, and usually, you know, a lot of times they have that extra umpire there already. You know, that's in case somebody gets sick or something happens or whatever.
So that is a 2-out walk issued to Griffin, and now here comes trouble in Duskin. She has been a hard out for the Indians this afternoon. As that pitch missing outside for a ball, 1-0 now is the count here to the left fielder, Duskin.
She just does not give up at bats, too. Like right there, she ran up to slap, but she's sitting there with runners now in scoring position. She can stand in and hit as well. You just never know what to expect.
So 1-0 is the count. She does pop this one back and out of play. 1-1 is the count. That is one thing I've noticed about her at bat, and this is a unique thing to softball. You'll see her lay back on that back line, or even when the pitcher gets ready to start going into motion, she'll take a few steps up and get up ready to swing. You know, just talk about that dynamic in batting in softball.
Yeah, you have the ones, you know, what you call the tap, and they're just trying to beat it out with speed, but you got the ones that take the full swing, and they're the ones that are the hardest to defend, because look at our infield right now. They're all pulled in. And if she swings away, she can hit that hard ground ball that gets by you in just a split second.
1-1 pitch, lays down the bunt.
Oh,
and
perfect. Get foul.
That's all you could do there is hope that one does go foul. As great bunt attempt there, and she's got the speed. Would have beat that one out easily.
Yes.
So a break there for the Indians.
And that wouldn't have been the worst thing, just have bases loaded. But now 2 strikes, you got a chance. The infield can give her a little bit of room right here because she's not able to bunt anymore. But you want to make sure as an infielder you're talking to each other, telling each other, dive on your stomach, whatever you got to do to keep this ball in the infield, because if it gets past your run, definitely going to score.
So waiting for this 1-2 pitch here to Duskin.
She moved up in the box. So
and
she stood in right
on this one. Right fielder going to go over, and the Indians will collect the out to get out of the inning. But damage done on a pair of long balls for the Tigers. They lead it 2-1. We'll take a break and be back with the bottom half of the inning here from Fulton right after this.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set here for the bottom of the second. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters scheduled up. Emma Rose Thompson, Haley Albertson, and Bailey Ware due up here for the Indians.
Emma's had a really good freshman year, come on really late and had some big hits for the Indians.
Try to find a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update here for baseball and give it to you after this pitch, as that one's pulled foul. And go for a strike, so
I think it's 1-1.
So,
the first one was high. Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike is the situation here. It's in the middle of the 8th inning. ICC is down 9-5 in game 1 at Northeast.
We just need Verdung to bat with the bases loaded.
Yes. So 1-1 pitch coming here. That one is going to paint the inside corner for a strike. 1-2 now.
If I'm a softball or baseball player in America, I want to find out what that guy's been eating for lunch, breakfast, supper, everything.
Yes. If you're a Southern Miss fan, you're happy to see him. As that pitch on the outside, she thought about pulling the trigger on that one.
I saw they got another one of our commitments this week.
Gray Bain, our
catcher.
Yes,
Bain, yes.
Is heading down there as well, so they'll be joining J.W. Armistead. Or excuse me, Will Armistead. J.W. is here.
That's right.
But Will, who is pitching down there, he actually got a chance to pitch the other day in the Ole Miss game, as there's a rogue vehicle pulling out into the outfield.
That is interesting.
And that pitch drifts high. But, yeah, go back and talk about the game the other day. It got called due to the sod messing up. on
I
the
saw
field.
that they resighted, and
This ball popped up high in the air, and the left fielder will go over and make the play for out number 1.
yeah, that was interesting that Southern Miss, Ole Miss playing at Trustmark Park in Pearl.
Yep.
And they resighted, getting ready for the start of their season. I believe I saw it was April 7th, and the makeup was supposed to be today, but if you couldn't play yesterday, you can't play today. So that probably will not be made up.
There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Throw across the way is in time, 6-3. And that's a pitcher's best friend, 1 pitch, 1 out.
It is, and that shortstop did a great job, Clanton, of attacking the ball. She didn't sit back. She went and got the short hop, which makes it a whole lot easier. Attacking it and just got rid of it real quick. Don't have to use your arm. Don't have to pull out the Sean Dunston like I used to think I would, and then the air mail the first base about 10 feet and get yelled at by your high school coach,
So now there's 2 outs in the inning. And this is Bailey Ware, the left fielder, at the plate. Takes that first pitch outside for a ball.
Bailey has really come on this year for the Indians, getting a lot of playing time and holding down left field. And she's always been a corner outfielder, comes from a good high school program, South Panola. We've had several players here over the years, and they've all come in and contributed, been great teammates, and just fundamentally sound.
That pitch missing low for a ball. 3-0 is the count. So 3 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Indians trying to see if they can spark a little bit of a rally here with 2 outs in the inning. Taking the whole way that time. 3-1 now is the count. So 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs is the situation. Ware hits that one. Oh, what a snag over there at third base.
2 nice places by the left side of their infield right there, attacking the balls and get rid of them.
We played 2 in Fulton, 2-1 Northeast with the lead. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Darker empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Cagle Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Cagle Eye Center.com.
And welcome back now as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. And ICC trails this one 2-1 right now after a pair of home runs in the top of the 2nd. ICC couldn't get anything going in the bottom half.
Big inning right here for Shaw. You're right in the middle of their lineup. Can you put up a 0 and get back in the dugout?
And that first pitch from Shaw in there for a strike is she's being greeted by Clinton, Heineman, and Locke here in the top of the 3rd inning.
That's a great start for her.
And so 0-1 is the count. This one popped up, and it's going to get back and out of play. 0-2 now is the count.
Next year, that ball will be on the party deck or up in the grandstands.
It will.
I'm looking forward to the new facility.
Matter of fact, I was looking over the renderings today, and it's going to be exciting.
It will be. You'll have your own little room, radio room, and broadcast room, and then separated from the PA announcer and little presidential suite type deal. Awesome. It's going to be, it's a great setup. And these, the kids, they deserve it. The ones in the past, they wish they had it, but they are just blessed that it's getting built. And I tell them about all the blood, sweat, and tears that they put in, for that to be built. And it's just an honor that Itawamba's made that financial, commitment to make it happen.
This one drilled. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but it is foul. Well, I tell you what, Clinton touched that one. And luckily for the Indians, that one goes foul. And not only for softball, but for tennis as well, as they're going to have some facilities down there.
Oh, Coach Metz is having a tremendous season, too. They are on a roll, and look forward to, I know they got a big matchup coming up, I think next week with Meridian, but they have positioned themselves really well this year, and he's done a great job.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here. Shaw getting set to deliver it. He's going to miss outside, and right now both tennis teams nationally ranked in third place in the conference. The men have 2 more matches left. The women just won against Meridian. The men have to make up one against Holmes. The Holmes women's team went ahead and forfeited their makeup match with ICC. So the 2-2 pitch hit hard, and it's going to be on the line, and the center fielder, does she make the catch? Yes, she does.
Sammy Day, what a great play. That is a tough play for a center fielder. If you've never been out there and the ball got hit right at you to know to get down, just take a step back. And they're going to say it must have skipped. He got help from the umpire at first base, and which he does have the umpire at first base has a better angle because he's looking across of it, where the guy from behind home plate, he's looking the same one we had. I don't know on the replay if you can tell.
So we switched to the wide camera there. If anything, it was a great sail out there by Sammy Day to at least make them think she caught it.
Yes, and then the second part of that is you better stop that ball.
Yeah.
Because if not, nobody's behind you. We talk about that all the time with outfielders. You're the last line of defense, so you got to be able to field ground balls better than infielders and everything, because infielder misses a ground ball, it's a single. Outfielder misses a ground ball, it's a double, triple. Could be inside the park home run. So she did a great job selling it. Yeah, I thought she caught it as well, but, the umpire from the side, he must have saw it skip.
So this is Hyman at the plate now. She fouls this one off and goes for strike one. She struck out swinging to end the first.
One thing I can say about the Northeast coaching staff, if they get lost somewhere, I believe they'd be found with the shoes they're wearing today.
Most definitely is. Those are some bright shoes down there on the side. Shows bunt. This time lays it down. It's only going to be one play. It's going to be the third baseman, and it's gets away, and that's going to allow another run to score here for the Tigers. That's what you said, Coach. If you can get them to thinking and force them to make a quick decision and throw in the dirt, and that'll be an error on Albertson, and the run will score.
And that's you hate to make errors, but if there's an error you're going to make, that's the throw you want to make. We always talk about when you feel rushed. When a lot of infielders feel rushed, that elbow drops and the ball sails on them. If you miss low. She missed low, but, just wasn't able to scoop it at first base. It was a tough play, and it got by her and went into right field. And looks like we're going to change and go with Hay here in the circle.
So we will have a pitching change here. We're going to take the timeout. This pitching change being brought to you by Tommy Morgan real estate agent Ricky Murphy. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tide!
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, as we do have a pitching change here, as Haley Albertson will take the circle for the Indians. Shaw will go over to third. We'll take a look at some stats on Albertson here in a moment, as she will be greeted by Locke to the plate. Still no outs in the inning. Runner scored from first to third on the throwing error after the...
I would say expect a bunt right here. You're getting to that part where we had the back-to-back home runs a while ago with Carnathan on deck. She's been hot today, so I could see them trying to get her to third with, one out. you know, where a fly ball or a ground ball could score or whatever. So, yeah, I would stay in a good bunt defense right here. But with Hey, she's going to bring more velocity. She's going to run that ball, that hard screwball in on the hands. When she's on, she's tough to hit.
She's 3-0 on the season, has pitched 29 in the third innings, has given up 28 hits, 17 runs, 13 of those earned. She's walked 12 and struck out 31. She's got a 3.10 ERA. 0-1 is the count here to Locke. She lined out to left as she shows the bunt, and as you said, Coach, just couldn't get it down.
Yep, now looks like she's trying to bunt more for a hit instead of just standing there sacrificing and giving herself up right there. So now she got herself in 2 strikes, and you still got to not totally take off the bunt defense, but you wouldn't expect it with the 2 strikes on her 2 bunt. But I've seen it happen in this league. You know, it's that important to get another run. It's very important.
So 0-2 now is the count. That pitch goes high for a ball. 1-2 will be the count here to Locke, the first baseman. Runner at second. That is Heineman, who got there after an error on the sacrifice bunt. So 1-2 now is the count here.
There's
there's
hard
strike 3.
ball. Not much you can do with that, because as a batter, you don't want to hit a ground ball to third or short, because you're not going to be able to advance the runner, and that's all you can do is either pull that ball foul or you're going to pull it to one of them 2, and she was not able to pull the trigger.
That strikeout being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. They are the bank that understands you. Visit RenaissanceBank.com to find out why. So now Carnathan coming to the plate. Has 1 out and runner at second, and that pitch in there for a strike.
Same pitch, hard screwball in on those hands. Now it's a time of day, too, where you see the advantage we took 10 years ago of switching dugouts.
Yes.
Northeast is struggling with that sun in their dugout. Oh, the
Short
bunt
bunt and took a chop at it. 0-2 now is the count.
I think she was reading the defense there, that they backed up since she had several hits, and she was seeing if she could, lay one down and beat it out.
Carnathan had that solo home run to tie the contest back in the second inning, and this one is fouled off, and we'll stay at 0-2.
That was a good curveball. She did a good job just getting a piece of that one. Still ahead in the count right here. You like to see your pitcher try to just nibble, get something either up, out of the zone, or off the plate somewhere.
So no balls, 2 strikes is the count here to Carnathan. Albertson is the new pitcher, and this one is going to be hit but fouled off, and we'll stay at 0-2 once again.
She won another ball outside. She still got a bat on that one. She's sure battling right here. Hay's not going to give in, though.
She's seeing the ball well, and that last hit she had proved it. So 0-2 now, still the count. That pitch high, couldn't get her to chase one there. 1-2 now is the count.
That's not a bad pitch at all, because that changes her eye level. Now she got to think about the rise ball, something jumping up at her.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Line right up the middle, and this is going to be trouble. And they're going to ask the runner to score from second, and she will, and the runner will advance to second. It's a throw in time. Yes, it is.
Great throw. You'd love to get that runner out at home, because that one goes on the board, when they touch home plate. But she was going to be safe regardless, and Tyree did a great job coming up and just threw an absolute BB to second base. It was bang, bang, but she was definitely out.
Score that 8-2 to 6.
And Carnathan just stays hot. She's just, that pitch didn't quite get in on her, just gave her enough room to get the barrel on and hit it right back where it came from.
Swing and a miss for strike 1 as this is Young, and Young had that solo home run back in the second. It was back-to-back home runs, and she tried to hit her second of the game with that swing.
She's going to give you a healthy cut just every at bat.
This one's fouled off, and we'll go 0-2 now here to Young. So she'll step out a second and gather herself here. Indians trying to find the exit, but the Tigers have put another 2 runs on the board here to take a 4-1 lead in the top of the third. That pitch missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss.
Not a bad spot at all. Yep. You got a free swinger. You got to mix it up, move it around, and, even change speeds right here.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here. This one, slow roller, is in no man's land. Shortstop finds it, throws across away, and it gets away.
And that one got into that dead area, so she's going to get second base on that one. Yep. Probably should have, third baseman probably should have gone ahead and cut that off. She was cutting in front of her, and I know the shortstop probably must have called for it, but
Yep, the second error of the inning here for the Indians. And like I said, kind of that no man's land right there. And I'm with you. It's probably the third baseman's ball to come up, and because her momentum is taking her at that angle towards first base.
And that's the hard thing of bringing, taking Hey Alpha third base. She's such a good third baseman. She's been experienced and, done that.
Sham pitch, and Albertson will come over and get the out. But 2 more runs on the board here for the Tigers. They lead it 4-1 as we'll head to the bottom of the third and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Want to make a good living? Come learn a skill at Max Home. Upholstery trainees start at $15.50 an hour. Our upholsterers average $23 an hour and can make above $28 an hour on production. We're also offering a $500 sign-on bonus to experienced upholsterers. Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Max Home makes all their custom-built products in the USA. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Max Home, Bolton, Mississippi, and Max Home, Sulligent, Alabama.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we now head to the bottom of the third inning. It will be the 9-1-2 batters scheduled up here for ICC. Beckley, Sarah Kate Thompson, and Day Jones due up here in the bottom of the third inning. ICC trails this one 4-1, and the Indians' bats have been quiet today as that pitch finds the corner for a strike.
Dempsey's a tough pitcher, but you got 3 speedsters right here. If you can just get them on, they all 3 can score. It's just finding that right spot right here for Beckley to get us started.
And that one, she catch that? Wow. Well, we saw the same type of play made by Albertson in game 1. That's just a tough play. If you're Beckley, all you can do is just tip your cap and say, good job.
That's all you can do. She hit that ball a whole lot better than the base hit earlier that Northeast got that just, hooked over the third baseman. It's just, that girl made tremendous play. There's
this
one.
This is going to be Thompson, and she's going to drop this one in there for a base hit, her second of the game.
There's your spark. Get Sammy Day on, and you got your power hitters coming up after that.
So with 1 out now and a runner on first, as you mentioned, this is Sammy Day Jones coming to the plate. She had a sacrifice bunt in her only at bat so far in the contest. So she will dig in here and trying to see if she can help the Indians get something going. They have matched their game 1 hits with 3 here in game 2 as that pitch high for a ball. So 1-0 is the count here to Day Jones.
Just a game of inches. You think about the third baseman just making that great play, and we thought Sammy Day Jones had made a great play, and theirs get down, and that run ended up being one of the runs that scored last inning. So you got something right here. Second time through, everybody's seeing Dempsey for the second time, so you hope you have better at bats.
2-0 is the count, and this one jams
tough.
her, and it's going to drop, and that's just unfortunate. As Sarah Kate had to check up that time, and that'll be a fielder's choice.
Yep, that's a tough read for a runner, because if that pitcher reaches out and snags it and you do keep running, it's automatic double play. Yep. So playing it safe right there at least allows you to keep the inning going right here.
So now this will be Shaw coming to the plate. She had an RBI single for the Indians' long run of the contest so far. So she'll try to spark a 2-out rally here. Takes that first pitch inside for a strike.
Going back to that play, this last play made, from our angle, looking here straight on, you're like, how did she not run? But you think about her at first base. She doesn't know how close that ball is to the pitcher. And a lot of people lose sight of the angles that you're reading stuff. And from her vantage view, she wasn't able to tell if she was going to reach out there and snag it or not. We could tell from here, but she was just in no man's land. So right here, extra base hit would be nice.
So 1-1 now is the count. Shaw looks at that one, and the umpire likes that inside corner, calls it for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. So Shaw going to have to come up and protect the dish here. ICC trailing 4-1. Jams her and booted, and the Indians catch a break there.
Just the opposite of what the shortstop and third baseman did last inning. When they attacked balls, she kind of sit back and waited. I think she was going to just sit back and wait and flip it to second base, but you sit back, that ball start eating you up. And shortstop, second base, if you don't attack balls, you get in that area where the runners are running, that ground gets beat up too.
So now Tyree will come to the plate here. 2 outs after the error by the shortstop allows Shaw to reach. And well, I tell you what, this would also be a big at bat right here if Tyree can touch one and really change the outlook of this one. That pitch inside. I'll tell you what, right now, if I'm Dempsey, the way that umpire's giving me that inside, I don't throw anything other than inside.
Yeah, I would too. And so far, the Indians haven't shown that they're going to pull that ball. The balls that's been hit today or in this inning have been jam shots. But she went back away, but left it over.
Shortstop gloves this one, throws across the way, and will get the out. Nice
redemption. She attacked that ball right there and got rid of it.
So for the second time, Tyree is retired by the shortstop, and it's 4-1. Northeast as we'll head to the fourth and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we had a change somewhere.
It's going to be Hallie Turner's going to shortstop. She's going to be at shortstop for Beckley, number 5, Hallie.
So that is going to be a change to the Coca-Cola defensive lineup, brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. As you said, Turner now is the new third baseman.
Shortstop.
Shortstop. Mm-hmm. Shaw is the third baseman. And Albertson is the new pitcher. Well, same pitcher.
All right, so you got 9-1-2. Got to go right at this number 9 hitter and so just stop the bleeding right here a little bit. That's what we got to do. I mean, you look at, this is their number 9 here coming up for the second time already. We're just now in the middle of our lineup, we just got to get some more at-bats and put up a big zero right here after back-to-back 2 runs. Giving up 2 innings in a row would be huge, and that's not the way you want to start.
Well, that's going to be a little flare out to right field, and that will go for a leadoff single.
And I would expect a pinch runner right here, leading off the inning. Your catcher, usually not your fastest runners. There are exceptions to the rule, but I would think leading off inning, they're going to probably go with some speed and try to sneak that other run, because I'm telling you, there's a big difference in a 3-run game and a 4-run game. That's going to be number 3. Yes.
Bascom coming in to run. She's a freshman out of Kossuth High School. So she will come in to run here, and we'll go back to the top of the lineup with Griffin scheduled up here with no outs. And you said it, Coach, you'd much rather have a 4-run lead. That way, if they happen to run into a grand slam, it won't do anything worse than to tie the ball game.
That's exactly right. I mean, that 5 runs, the 5+ runs is the ultimate, but if you can get to 4, it's hard to hit a grand slam. But, yeah, that's what they're going to play for. I mean, 1 run's huge right here.
Beautiful bunt laid down, and the throw across the way is in time. Snap throw to second will not get her. That'd be another sacrifice bunt laid down there, as I believe that was 5-4 in the putout.
It was 5-4, and that was a good job. The leadoff hitter's not had a great day for them. She is a great hitter, but give herself up and give her, number 2 and number 3 hitters the opportunity right here to pick up that other run.
And Duskin coming to the plate here. She has been trouble for the Indians all day. She's 1 for 2 with a stolen base here in game 2. Takes that first pitch missing low for a ball.
Just so talented. Like we talked about earlier, she can slap or she can stand in, and you just got to be on your toes defensively.
So 1-0 is the count. And this one fouled back, evens things up now at 1-1. Sun starting to set here in Fulton, as it's going to tuck itself into bed behind the waterway, and we'll start to see some nice sunset views here later on in the contest.
Oh, no doubt. You won't find any better.
So waiting for the 1-1 pitch here. High and outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
And just like always, anytime the Tigers and Indians get together, you're going to have a great crowd.
Yep.
You know, all supporting the kids, and you have people coming back watching for, you know, alumni of the program.
This is going to be trouble if it's fair, but foul. Foul by a foot down that third baseline out there in left field. And I tell you what, big break there for the Indians, because that easily would have scored Bascom.
Easily would have scored her, and they just swapped spots right there, and Duskin would end up at second. So, yep, but it's a foul ball.
Yep.
Well, we'll take those all day.
So 2-2 now is the count.
Only thing better than a foul ball is a strikeout right here. So
it would be a big time here for a Renaissance Bank strikeout. Pitch is on its way, and the shortstop gets it, throws across the way in time, and
that is a tremendous play right there with a fast runner. And Turner does have a great arm, but as soon as it hit her glove, she let go of it, and she aired it out and made a perfect throw right there.
And the thing about it is, too, that was a lot of speed heading down first base, but she had to check the runner back at second. So Turner, who just came into the game, was able to provide a spark there and collect out number 2.
Yeah, it's those Marshall Academy teammates right there at short and first base. They've hooked up several times, and that was a beautiful play.
So now with 2 outs in the inning, it'll be Clanton, who had a single and scored a run. A little worm burner over to second.
Great
Toss across
job.
the way, and that will do it. Well, the Indians get out of the inning with no damage done, but they got to find some bats if they've only managed 3 hits through 3 innings here. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's going to be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up here. Rippey, Thompson, and Alberson. And, Coach, if you wanted to spark a rally right now, it's a spot in your lineup. You want to get it going here for the Indians.
That's exactly right. I mean, like I said, last inning, this second time through, and right in the hard lineup, if you can get to this one and get the bottom to get on, get back to your top for that third time through, that's where you really can make, put up some big numbers right here. But Dempsey, she's been tough. She's wearing out that inside part of the plate and jamming a lot of hitters, and they've just got to make the adjustment.
That pitch drifts high, 1-1 now is the account. We'll talk about it. What are the adjustments you're looking for your batters to make right now?
You haven't seen her throw a lot of changeups, so it's all been pretty much the same speed. It's just she's hard in or curveball away. So she's been more in than she has been away. So until you get 2 strikes, I would even advise just back off the plate a little bit. Make that inside pitch be more over the plate where you can actually get the barrel to it and not get jammed. But with 2 strikes, you just got to battle. Looking at her stats, she didn't give up a whole lot of hits all season, so nobody's just been putting up 4 or 5 hits. So you got to find some things to happen. Sometimes it might be somebody laying down a bunt. Something's got to spark.
That pitch missing on the outside. Not a bad spot to go for there for Dempsey.
It's not, and that's a great take right there, too.
So this is Rippey, struck out to end the first. Looking to redeem herself here, and
there you go.
Takes that pitch high. 3-2 now is the count.
At least you're making her work, too. Make her work. Sun is going down, but it still is a little hot out there, too.
3-2 pitch on its way, and this one's going to be fouled right back into your living room. and we'll stay at 3-2. Yeah, interesting time of year. You'll have a day where it's 32 degrees and come back today and be in the 70s.
I'm telling you, the last 2 mornings it's been in the 40s. It's going to be 41, I think, tomorrow morning, and then it's going to be nice again.
Fly ball center field, and that's going to be easily reeled in there to retire Rippey.
Yeah, talking about weather, man. That's the one thing I have enjoyed with many other things is not having to play weatherman during the spring. Just get up, whatever weather it's going to be, it's going to be. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow, and then we got storms coming back in Friday night. But I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about those anymore. So, and so with one out now, this is going to be Emma Rose Thompson coming to the plate. And funny you say that as that first pitch goes high for a ball. Guess who's coming, or softball's going there, and it's a team that every time we went down in your career, except for maybe twice, we've had to adjust the game because of rain.
Oh, it's got to be Southwest.
It is Southwest.
That's even the one where we went and spent the night in a hotel and all we did was get up the next morning and come home.
Yes, yes.
That was an expensive trip, and went back a couple weeks later.
That pitch just missing.
That wasn't the terrible year because that was the World Series year. So that's when we spent like 16 out of 20 nights in a hotel because we ended up having to make up the Southwest right before the state tournament.
This ball popped up
in there.
And center fielder's going to give chase, but the right fielder.
Second base.
No, second base.
Carrington.
I'll eventually get it right. One of those positions out there caught it.
That was a triangle. You had them all covered, I believe. But
had them all with the right person.
That is a scary play for an infielder, too. Running with your eyes at the ball and not knowing. You're trusting that outfielder that you're going to hear her if she's coming, because if not, she can lay you out. So it takes a lot of communication to make that play right there.
So now this will be Alberson coming to the plate with 2 outs in the inning. Looks at that first pitch. It's a cross for a strike.
And that was a changeup. And you saw Hey, she was trying to open up and look and get to that inside pitch early, and she did a great job adjusting, going with off speed. And then she went up.
Yeah, a little high fastball there out of the zone, swung through by Alberson. 0-2 now is the count. So Hay's got to guard the dish here. Dempsey trying to get a quick 3-up, 3-down inning. Slow roller to the shortstop, gets it, throws it across the way, and that'll do it. 6-3 on the putout. Indians go quietly there in the bottom of the 4th. 4-1 Northeast with the lead. We'll take a break and come back with more right after this.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized tips or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to head to the top of the 5th inning here. Northeast leading this one 4-1. It was 2 runs in the second, 2 in the third to answer ICC's long run in the bottom of the 1st inning as the Tigers try to pull off a rare sweep here in Fulton.
Looks like we're going to have a defensive change. We've got Tamaya Martin going to right field.
So Martin will head over to right field here in the.
She's in Emma Rose's spot. I don't see anybody else has moved around. So
it looks like Bailey's still out in left. You've got Sammy Day in center.
Infield's still the same, so it must be just a straight up switch with Tamaya going in. Good defender from Nelton. Plays hard. Yep, Hey did a good job, giving up the leadoff single last inning to the number 9 hitter and then going through those top hitters and not giving up a run. So right here, another 0. And even though we didn't score then, will give us a shot to come back in the bottom of the 5th. About to turn our lineup over for the 3rd time.
That pitch in there for a strike as this is the DP, Heinman, coming to the plate. She reached on a sacrifice bunt that was an error on the Indians that eventually allowed a run to score. She also struck out swinging. That pitch drifts high. 1-1 now is the count.
Just like we're talking about Dempsey wearing out that inside part, that's the same thing with Hay right here. Is if he's going to give that inside corner, just keep going as far in as you can until he stops calling it.
1-1 pitch, and that one scoots across, and 2-1 now is the count. Gets away, nobody on base to have to worry about there.
Yeah, usually you don't get that call when it kind of rolls across the plate, or just hope you don't catch a toe.
Yeah.
Cause the difference in baseball, softball, even if it bounces, if it hits her, she gets the base. You know, in baseball, it's got to be in the air, but in softball, it can roll up there for a hit by pitch. That's a great pitch.
Yeah, pitch counts for a strike on the outer edge there. A little softball 101 being brought to you by your State Farm Insurance agent, Brandon Poland. 2-2 now is the count. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
That's a great start to the inning right there.
Big time strikeout there, her second of the game.
That pitch, that screwball inside is, I mean, that's a hard pitch. Even if you hit it, you're probably going to hit it foul. You're going to pull it foul, or you're going to get really jammed really bad on it.
So now this will be Locke coming to the plate. Locke is 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking.
Ooh.
And that one, I thought it hit her at first.
It sounded like it hit her too, didn't it?
So judging by the sound, but high for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Guess it must have been how she caught it in the glove. It sure sounded like it hit a thigh or something.
That pitch comes back on the outer edge for a 1-1 count now.
Hey, he's doing a good job just mixing in and out, in and out, in and out, and she can go up every once in a while.
So waiting the 1-1 pitch here from Albertson. And this is going to be a slow roller to the third baseman. Gets it, chunks it across the way for out number 2.
That's almost like one that looks like it goes off their foot, but now you know it didn't. But it's just that ball ran in so hard that she hit that ball just right above the handle. I mean, her arms are, her hands are probably tingling after that one.
Yeah, she's glad this game is being played in March instead of January.
There's no doubt. We've played Northeast here before when it was in the 30s, because the whole week it was not going to get above the 30s. So we just went ahead. Coach Long and I decided to just go ahead and play it.
Grounder to the second baseman. We'll toss it over and get a 3-up, 3-down inning there. That's what the Indians needed.
Man, yeah.
So we'll head to the bottom of the fifth, where to be the 8-9-1 batters due up here for the Indians. They trail it 4-1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet. A famous speed solver.
Piece of cake.
A noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
The slices and the sticks.
All I ever wanted for dinner was pizza, Marcy. And all I ever asked of you was steaks.
Don't choose. Get Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks. And Dane's awake.
I smell bacon.
End the dinner drama with hot and ready slices and sticks. Or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here to be Bailey Ware to start us off in the bottom of the fifth inning. ICC trailing it 4-1 here to Northeast. We're joined by Coach Andy Kirk here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. It's that first pitch, high for a ball.
Yeah, we came over here. I told Dana to find the biggest pair of shoes she could find, because I know how big of shoes I had to fill today, you know, with Mr. Upton being out, Mr. Jim did some PA, and then you got Brother Chris over here does a great job with the PA system. I mean, it's an honor just to be here and to watch two good teams go at it.
There's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman finds it, but they're going to say it was in, or they're going to say it was a foul ball. Home plate umpire is yelling, but nobody's watching him. And
he's calling a foul ball, but I can tell you these people down the first base line can tell you if it was fair or foul, because for an umpire, to his credit, that is a hard ball to call. To get to that angle to see, he just got to kind of make a guess. It happens so fast.
Not a bad spot to miss that pitch. 2-2 now is the count. And, yeah, I was trying to get it to switch, and my mouse had kind of jumped on me that time.
Yeah, they're in that slap D at third base, and she is way up. Oh, man.
And that's going to be a pitch that was low but called for strike 3.
Yeah, haven't seen many called down. You've seen him extend it out a little bit on the plate and called the inside corner more.
And this is going to be Hallie Turner coming in to bat here for the Indians.
Yeah, this will be her first at bat today.
Turner looks at that first pitch, and a rare pitch on that inside edge, called a ball.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think we'd rather had the one before that called a ball. Yeah. But you don't get to choose, you know. And now that I'm retired, I can say that umpires are human too. They make mistakes. Yes. No, I had a good relationship with most of our umpires because they're not making a whole lot of money doing this. They're usually volunteering. They're making money, but taking off for their jobs because you play at 1, 2, or 3 o'clock. I mean, they've got to take off at lunch wherever their normal job is, and they're just humans. They do the best they can.
That pitch missing, 3-1 now is the count. I will say this, I mean, we've had, for the most part, pretty good umpires this season. We had one game where we only had one umpire, and he did a great job.
I believe that was the game where we had the groundbreaking ceremony, wasn't it? Yeah, he was the only umpire. Had to switch over because Calhoun had a makeup. They had to make a conference makeup. Was able to get the alumni, Olivia Burns, Mississippi Delta team to come up here play a non-conference game.
And there's going to be a walk.
That is a great at-bat coming off the bench right there and working the walk. You just need base runners right now. The more base runners you can get, the more pressure you can put on them. And, 3-run lead, just cut into it right here.
That is the first walk of the game. You look at it, Northeast don't walk a lot of people. They, coming into this series, 200 strikeouts to only 46 walks as a team. So if you get a walk, you've earned it.
You've earned it, and that's it's hard to score. If you don't get errors, you don't get walks, you don't get some freebies. It's hard to get a lot of hits in this game of softball. Back-to-back-to-back type hits.
Thompson shows bunt, takes that one for strike one. She pulled back, but the pitch was called a strike. 0-1 is the count. She is 1 for 1 on the day, as this bunt is going to go foul. She is 2 for 2. Was erased on her fielder's choice in her last at bat. She has scored the only run of the game so far for the Indians.
2 strikes. She's just going to battle right here. Just got to make a play.
That pitch, not a bad spot to miss there. See if you couldn't get her to chase one. Good patience on the part of Thompson to hold off on that one.
Every coach would love to see line drives hit every time, but it's hard with a round ball and a round bat. Make them make plays like this right here.
Hard hit ball, and it's going to throw across the way, and it's not in time.
It doesn't have to be pretty.
See, what do you want to call that? We're going to look at this hard hit ball. Let's go hit. We'll go hit. I go by the eastbound and down school of errors.
Yeah.
If you had a long way to go or a short time to get there,
yeah,
it's a tough play.
Man. You're showing your age now, Gore. All right. But that ball was hit hard. She did a great job choking up with 2 strikes and make them make a play. Look at here. Let's get some payback.
And no, it's just going to drift. Fouling out
game
of
play. Inches. You know how theirs fell in and hooked right over the third baseman. That would have been nice to got one back off of that.
Yep, so strike, and I can say this and make me sound even older. As the kids say, it be that way sometimes. And that's just been the case for the Indians here in game 2.
It does. Looks like the outfield is drawing in for Sammy Day, and we know she's got power like this ball right here. If it could slide,
that's what we talked about.
If that ball could slice just 5 more feet and get by her, you're talking about the runner at first to score, and Sammy's she's probably going to get a triple out of that. Yeah. You could have the tying run on third base right now, but a great play by Calicut for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's just, as I just said, it be that way sometimes.
It does. And you've watched this rivalry in all sports over the years. Somebody's going to step up and make great plays like that. But, the great thing for the Indians is you got another chance. Just run into another ball right here. It doesn't have to be a home run, a gapper. Base hit. Get us the next girl.
And Shaw's going to swing on this one, pops it up, back and out of play for strike one. And as you said, great play out there in center field by Calicut. And, again, if you're Sammy Day, you just tip your cap, say, good play.
You sure do.
You made the play.
You wish she was playing about 5 feet in. Oh, here's another one.
This one's trouble here, and it's going to be down. 1 run's going to score. They're going to ask 2 to score, and this is going to be a double by Shaw.
Yes. They were not getting to that ball. She squared it up. She had a great cut on her first swing right there and just missed it, and then she got the same pitch, and she got that one. So now, your RBI leader coming up with a tying run on second base. the Tigers going to make a decision right here. You know, do you pitch to Tyree or do you try to have a force out right here? Because what you do run into is, you know, putting people on base, you never know when somebody might run into a ball. But, yeah, she's been clutch all year. Hopefully she'll come through again right here for the Indians, you know, the big hit. Outfield's playing deep.
And so this is Tyree at the plate. Listen to that first pitch high for a ball. That was the second hit of the game for Shaw, her third RBI of the game as well. So she accounts for all 3 of the runs here for the Indians.
Yes, back in that first inning, she got that ground ball through the right side. Big.
This one turned on but pulled foul. Well, whoever is sitting on the other side of the bullpen's fence better be glad there's a fence there because they were not paying attention.
They were looking at their phone, and I saw that woman. She flinched. She had no chance of getting out of the way of because she
was texting her friend.
She's doing like Miss Dana likes, FaceTiming the grandkids.
Yes. So this one hit to the right side, and the right fielder will reel it in.
It's hit well, but it hung up.
Indians do get 2 more on the board, so they have pulled back within striking distance. As we'll take a break and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of severe vision loss in adults over the age of 50. Symptoms are gradual loss to see objects clearly. Objects appear distorted in shape. Darker empty areas appear in the center of your vision. In a comprehensive eye exam, your optometrist will perform a variety of tests to determine if you have macular degeneration. For questions or concerns, call Cagle Eye Center in Fulton at 862-EYES, providing professional comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. Cagle Eye Center.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tribe!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we do have some more defensive changes here for the Indians. As it looks like Martin now is in left field.
Martin's going to left, and looks like HG is going to right. Hannah Grace
Gillian in right field.
So she must have went in probably Ware's spot since Martin stayed in and playing without a DP this game. So it's kind of just straight up pretty much.
So the umpires will run the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works changes over to Coach Long and company at Northeast. 4-3 is your score here in Game 2. If you're just now joining us, Northeast was able to pick up a 2-1 win in Game 1. ICC made a run at it late, just couldn't quite find any walk-off magic there in the 7th.
Not just because it's Northeast and it's ICC, but this is conference. This is MACCC ball. If you look in the bullpen, you got Duskin starting to warm up for the Tigers. It's that time of where your ace pitcher, she'll go Game 1, and then she will come back in Game 2. And I was looking at her and Imran both only threw 92 pitches, which is not very many pitches for 7-inning games. And they're both fresh. They're both in shape to where they can. It'd be the same situation, I would think, for the Indians, too, if they do get the lead or tied up to where you could go back with Imrob as well.
So that pitch fouled off to the right side, got out of play for strike 1. This is Young at the plate. She looks at that pitch and is missing inside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
That's one of the biggest difference in the pitching, you know, between fast pitch and baseballs. These kids can't come back, and they can throw multiple times same day or back-to-back days.
This one popped up, and Dave Jones started back and then was able to run up and squeeze that one for out number 1. Yeah, a lot of people, you know, not people that watch a lot of softball, they wonder why that, but you know, the tossing motion is the underhand motion, so it's more of a natural throwing motion, so it don't have those same wear and tear as over the top.
That's exactly right. I've talked to, of course, I was a baseball guy for a long time. I've talked to a lot of doctors, been to a lot of clinics and stuff, and the best way I can explain it, because you know I'm a simple man and put it in layman's terms, is if you're meant to throw every day with your arm up, you would walk around with your arms up. But you walk around with your arms down. That's natural for us to swing our arms when we walk. So being with a fast pitch is the same thing. So it's just stress-free on the arm. I mean, we say stress-free. They're working hard, you know, and their arms are in shape. And a lot of times you'll see the pitcher, their pitching arm will be bigger than their non-pitching arm because they throw so much. But it is natural, and they're able to recover and just pitch. And how they spin the ball, it still amazes me. All the years I coach, is still to watch them, the different pitches that pitchers can do and the movement they can get.
2-0 now is the count after a couple of pitches from Albertson, and this one runs inside. 3-0 now is the count. But you're right. You know, you talk about a screwball, a rise draw, a drop ball. You know, just so many different pitches.
So many pitches. Yep. You have drop curves and just different types of changeups people throw, and that ball it moves too. And the tighter you spin it and the more it moves, the harder it is to barrel up. But yeah, so far Hay's done a good job right here. She needs to keep battling. She's kept us in the game and give us this opportunity to come back.
Running on the 3-1 offering now after that last pitch right down the middle. That one carbon copy of the other, as Calicut was taking the whole way that time. And now she finds herself in a full count situation.
That's what she needs to do, just keep pumping strikes.
So waiting the 3-2 offering here from Haley. And this one chopped, and the
that
right
ball's
fielder
hit
will
bounce.
not get to it. And now this is going to be a triple and a big-time clutch hit there with one out in the inning.
And HG is still down in right field. She took a tumble trying to catch that, but she had to run a long way. That ball was hit well. I mean, it bounced right at the base of the fence and popped up. And she gave it a valiant effort, but I think it's an ankle or knee. I hate to speculate, but it is lower body, something that's not doing right for us. So the trainer's coming out.
Well, let's take a quick break and hear word from Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi and be back with more right after this.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like HG is going to stay in the game here after being looked at out there in right field.
I'm telling you, she ran a long way. That ball was in the air for a long time, but she was playing normal position, and that ball hit right at the base of the fence. And big hit for the Tigers right here, and a big situation for both teams.
That was their 15th triple of the year. They do lead the conference in triples, and good-looking pitch there, called a ball. This is Muser at the plate right now. She had a single, and her runner was left stranded last time up. Now this one's back to the right fielder, and HG will step into that one. They're going to tag it up, and the throw is high, and that will score the run, a sacrifice fly. I was like you. I was like, hold on one second. This is going to be interesting.
She aired that ball out. I mean, it was going to be bang, bang. If it's on line, she showed a really good arm right there. And I was about to say, a long fly ball, or like the Indians were playing where their middles were back, so a ground ball to short or second was probably going to score the run there, that's a big run to pick up because Hay put up 2 zeros in a row.
So now with one out and nobody on here, this will be the number 1 batter back up, and that pitch high for a ball.
And that's what of course the Tigers are wanting after the big 2-run inning there to cut it to 1 by the Indians last inning. They had the momentum is to find a way to scratch one out.
Swinging and a miss, 4-strike 1 there to Griffin. She had a sacrifice bunt in her last at bat. She's walked and struck out as well. And so Albertson's pitch is going to run inside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count.
And this girl, she's had a great year, and Indians have done a great job of just keeping her at bay today because she can hit some doubles, triples, home runs.
Swing and a miss there. Healthy chop. 2-2 now is the count.
That's what you want. Hey, to come back in here, finish it up, put up. You know, they did get the 1 run, but that's all they get. And then you got 2 at-bats, score 3 runs.
And there's strike 3.
Great job.
And gets that Renaissance Bank strikeout to end the inning. Let's hear from Renaissance. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th and be back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet. A famous speed solver.
Piece of cake.
A noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 5-3 in favor of the Tigers. Rain Rippey will start us off here, as Dempsey still in the circle, and Rippey rips that one but foul. Well, this is where you kind of want to be in this situation, Coach, is you've got Rippey, Thompson, and Albertson, all batters that haven't really got on today, but all 3 of them are due in this situation.
Yeah, they all have a lot of experience, and that's a tough start right there. That's something she's probably, thrown 5 or 6 the whole game, those change-ups and stuff, and that's good take if you're not looking for it.
And she's going to reach out and foul this one off and keep that bat alive here, 0-2.
Yeah, as a hitter right there, if it's that close, you just got to foul it off and hopefully get a better pitch next time. Don't leave it in the umpire's hands here. Don't let him make that call. You make the call.
So 0-2 is the count here to Rippey.
Change up again.
And try to get that frame job, but couldn't quite reel it in time.
And that's part of an experienced pitcher like Dempsey, too, is she's starting to throw more change-ups now that we haven't seen them. So we're looking hard in, hard away, and then she's got a third pitch she's throwing more than she's thrown all game.
1-2 pitch, and gets her to swing and miss for strike 3. So that's the first out of the inning there.
Number 7.
And that is the 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. You said it, Coach. I mean, she's impressive. She's given up 5 hits, all 5 of those coming to the first 3 batters of the lineup, but hasn't really overpowered anybody today. But more importantly, has had solid defense behind her and hasn't walked anybody.
Yep, hasn't walked anybody behind her. Had a couple of miscues in the field, but she's come right back after that and do her normal thing, throwing the ground balls and fly balls. First at bat here for Tamaya.
Martin will dig in, and she takes that first pitch for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Martin.
And she could be a spark for him.
That one, frame job sets her up nicely there. Is that pitch on the outside of the batter's box, but reeled it back in for strike 2. 0-2 now is the count. And there's going to be a slap hit right to the third baseman. Zips it across the way for out number 2.
And that's what you want as a pitcher coming in facing a girl on her first at bat, hasn't seen you, just go right at her. She just didn't give her a chance to settle in. Next thing you knew, she was 0-2 and did a good job. Martin just getting the bat on the ball and made them make a play. Maybe they'll make throw it away. Be nice for Hey to run into one right here, or at least spark something.
She's 0 for 2 today with a pair of ground outs to short. That first pitch just a bit high for a ball.
And Hayes, and she had a tremendous freshman year, and a lot of people, they've seen her. They know what she does. They have a scout report. She's going to make adjustments as well. People are going to pitch you however they had success against you the first time through last year. Seeing you during the regular season, seeing you in the playoffs. It's hard. Sophomore year is a lot harder than freshman year when you're new and nobody knows what's your strength and your weaknesses.
2-0 now is the count, and there's a big healthy swing and a miss, and kind of look, she had a little happy feet in the box there.
Yeah, she did. She's 2-0, and she was looking for something in, and she didn't get it in, but the best thing there is at least she missed it. It wasn't an easy out. You know, you want her to hit it hard, and she just missed that one. She was right on that one, but when you're hitting the count, you know, you can handle that as a coach. You get two good healthy swings now, and you're just going to have to battle.
So 2-2 now is the count here with 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Northeast leading 5-3, and she's going to check, swing, and she's going to say did not go, and so now the count will go full at 3-2.
And that's the other thing we talked about, face mask. I'm all for face mask when you're batting too, because that rise ball can get up in your face really, really quick.
And this was swung on. Center fielder will call it off and make the fair catch for out number 3. The Indians go quietly, 3 up, 3 down. As we'll take a break and head to the 7th and be back with more right after this.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back as we head back to the top of the 7th inning here. Is 5-3 in favor of the Tigers. ICC needs to get a goose egg on the board and see if they can figure something out in the bottom half of this inning, as it'll be the 2, 3, 4 batters. And if you're Northeast, this is where you want to be right now with Duskin, Clanton, and Hindman scheduled up.
It is, and Hay's got to be on her top game right here. She's thrown well. She gave up that one, last inning, but triple, that was hard, but right here, 2, 3, 4, you got to go with Duskin. You got to get the lead off because she can cause so much, havoc on the bases as we've seen already today.
That first pitch paints the corner for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Duskin. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch called a strike. 0-2 now is the count. So a nice job getting ahead here by Alberson. She will toe the rubber and get ready to deliver the 0-2 pitch. That one, not a bad spot to miss. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs as Duskin is starting us off here in the top of the 7th inning. Scooting up in the batter's box now, getting set to deliver is Alberson. This one fouled back and out of play, and we'll stay at 1-2.
Hitting is so hard as it is, but then when you can slap and you can stand in, that just tells you what kind of hand-eye coordination the kid has to have to see the ball. Just slap hitting is hard in itself. Just walking up, trying to hit it and staying balanced. And you got to stay in the batter's box now.
There's a grounder, and it's going to be a tough play. Snag over at second. Throw across the way is in time.
Great play by Skate right there. That's a big out.
She, like you said, she's going to be one of those. She not only a leader vocally, but a leader by her actions as well, as she just basically, as you said earlier, get in front of the ball, don't let it get to the outfield. She knocked that one down from her knees, tossed it over for out number 1.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of second basemen, play closer to up the middle, because going to their left in that hole between first and second is that short throw. So that's what she did a great job of, just laying out, making the short throw.
This is Clanton at the plate now, takes that first pitch high for a ball. She is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. She had a single and scored a run. That was back in the 3rd inning, and now Coach is wanting to come out and talk things over here with the team and maybe just try to get everybody clued in here, we'll take a quick word and be back with more right after this.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. No changes made in this situation. It's just getting everybody on the same page here as Coach Ernest left and the team still kind of hung around talking each other up in this situation. As this is Clanton at the plate. So it is, I had it as a 1-1, but it is 1-0 is the count. This pitch foul back. I'm just looking into the future.
Yeah, you knew what was going to happen.
So 1-1 now is the count. Nobody on here. There's one out here in the top of the 7th. Clanton at the plate. She grounded out to second in her last at bat. She's also flown out to right and ground ball, and that one's going to get through. And they're going to try to see if they can turn it into 2 here. The throw is not in time, and that will be a double. Well, I tell you what, Clanton, she had one thing on her mind and one thing only, and that was extra bases.
She sure did, and that I thought Skate was fixing to make a great play up the middle. That ball just barely scooted by her. She made a great effort, and we had a, being her number 3 hitter, we had her play to pull a little bit. So Sammy Day had a long run, but man, she got out of the box and she rounded first, and that was a perfect double. But Indians stop the bleeding right here and still put up a 0.
So Hyman at the plate. She's the DP. She has struck out twice today, reached on a throwing error by the Indians, as this one's fouled back for strike 1.
That's a good job of getting ahead right there.
Yeah, it's one of those that umpire made sure he let everybody know after the fact that it was a foul ball with the runner at second. He called it at first, but then just made the bigger wave.
Exactly.
So 0-1 now is the count. And that one just missing for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. I say that because he did it earlier in the game and nobody paid attention to him as he quickly caught a foul ball, and everybody kept going, and finally he just jumped up and said foul.
That's what happens when you get the Itawamba Northeast together. The crowd gets loud. That is foul. Barely foul ball.
Foul by inches there. If not, that scores a run, but now the count goes 1-2.
It's still one of the big mysteries in softball and baseball. We call it that foul line, but when it hits it, for some reason the umpires always call it fair.
I'm the same way. Everybody calls it a foul pole. If you hit it, it's a fair ball. So.
Yeah, they get a home run out of it.
So 1-2 now is the count with one out and a runner at second. Alberson's pitch. Check swing, and this is going to work as a sacrifice bunt, basically. Not intended to be that way, as Hyman is retired out, but the runner's able to advance to third.
And their runner, I know she's disappointed in that, the batter runner there. She's disappointed in just barely tipping the ball. It actually was in the other batter's box in State Fair, but she did a good job just stopping, because another rule in softball is she would have backed up towards home plate. That runner on third would have to go back to second. You're not able to retreat. You got to give yourself up.
Boy, my Pirates would have loved that rule last year.
Isn't that the truth, man?
This is going to be a flare hit hard to the right side, and it's going to go foul for strike 1.
That was definitely a play never seen before and probably will never see again, because I'm sure every minor league system is.
Don't count out my Pirates. We struck out in 27 seconds this spring.
Oh, wow. With a new clock
With
and all
the
that?
new clock, yes. So 0-1 now is the count after that foul ball. There is a runner at third with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. That pitch high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
I guess that is a new deal. There will be new records that you can keep up time-wise on stuff like that that's about to happen with all those new changes. All right, runner at third, catcher's got to be big here. Keep this ball in front.
1-1 pitch on its way. This one popped up.
It's a tough
trouble here and can't get to it. That will drop for an RBI single. Well, as we said, it's just one of them days. And not taking anything away whatsoever from Northeast, but it's just been one of those days where those hits have dropped for them, not so much for ICC.
That is
and they've done a great job of taking advantage.
They have taken advantage. I mean, that is, You couldn't throw it out there any better. That is in that little Bermuda Triangle, as they say. It's just it fell in the perfect spot. I mean, you got to play your defense where they play. You don't expect them to hit that ball, and it just fell in. So they got Ivy coming in to run at first base.
So Ivy will head in to run in this situation.
Number 16.
After the RBI single there for Locke. And
she's a speedster. She's a runner. She's a kid from Tupelo that can really run. So I would expect her to be gone pretty quick here.
And this pitch is fouled off for strike one.
Especially as hot as Carnathan's been today, too,
Yes.
to get her in scoring position. And that was a big 2 runs that they picked up the last 2 innings, though, after we got the momentum back. Just ones, but those ones add up, you know.
Yeah, if they're going to allow I think the ball might have hit the catcher there on that foul ball, and so they give her a chance to kind of stretch it out there and talk things over on the side. As 0-1 is the count, but I'm with you. You figure they will try to put her in motion in this situation.
Especially now that the catcher just took a little lick right there. You think she might be hobbled a little bit, but she's probably going anyway.
So the 0-1 pitch, and it is the pitch out. They zip it down to first. And
I think the Indians were looking for it there, yep. Trying to give Tyree an extra shot to throw her out by throwing a little pitch out. Catchers have a tough job. And the catchers, they were the tools of ignorance, as we say, back there.
Especially when you're catching both games and, you know, have been active behind the plate. As this one is going to be over to the shortstop, and it'll be in time for the out. But Northeast tacks on an insurance run there in the top half of the 7th. Indians got to put 3 on the board to extend it, 4 to win it. We'll take a break and see if they can do it right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
The slices and the sticks.
All I ever wanted for dinner was pizza, Marcy. And all I ever asked of you was steaks.
Don't choose. Get Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks. And Dane's awake.
I smell bacon.
End the dinner drama with hot and ready slices and sticks. Or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks.
Pizza.
And welcome back as we head now to the bottom of the 7th inning. Indians, seeing if they got some walk-off magic in them here. They've got to get 4 to do so, 3 to extend the game. And Andy, got a few people watching and enjoying your debut here on the microphone.
Yeah, shout out to one of our alumni, Caroline Clark. We know her as CC. She's playing on the next level. Her and Kamaya Hampton are down at Tuskegee.
Yep. Matter of fact, I saw a photo of them on Facebook the other day. I think it was, So there's going to be a fly ball out to the right side, and the right fielder will come in and squeeze it for the out. And now 1 out.
Yeah, we're proud of all of our alumni, the ones that go on and play and the ones that go on to get their education. You know, we've had a lot of success with in the classroom and on the ball fields moving on. But with Indians right here, they got to show that magic, that swag. They got to find base runners and just put pressure on Northeast.
This is Turner at the plate, takes that first pitch high for a ball. She walked and scored a run, and her only at bat so far this evening. Swings on this one, pops it up, backing out of play, and we'll go to 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. As we'll go back to the top of the lineup, and Thompson has a big, healthy swing and a miss there. 1-2 now is the count.
Looking at these foul balls, too, I think that's going to be a major difference with the new facility coming. It's going to be a higher fence up in front. It's going to keep some of those in play and not chase down so many.
Yes, 1-2 now is the count, and ooh, a little high and inside that time. And as long as they get up and over still versus coming into our window.
That's exactly right.
Be perfectly okay with me. 2-2 pitch. Oh, good location. Just couldn't quite frame it up there. 3-2 now is the count.
Yeah, it's got a battle right here. She just got to find a way to make them make a play or keep battling until she can get a walk, some way get on base.
Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there. Just zipped that one by her. Wasn't looking for that one, and that's going to be out number 2.
Well, the great thing about, softball is there is no clock, so you got to get all 21 outs. So, I mean, even though there's 2 outs and your back's against the wall, we've seen crazier things in this game.
Especially in this rivalry. So we'll see if the Indians can spark a 2-out rally here. Can Northeast shut the door and pick up a rare sweep here in Fulton? It's that first pitch high for a ball.
Yep, Skate's got to find a way. There's no way with nobody on base you can hit a 3-run homer, so got to have base runners, lots of base runners.
So 1-0 is the count here to Thompson. She is 3 for 3 on the day. And that pitch nicely painting that outside corner. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on here. Indians down to their final out of the contest. So 1-1 pitch, and the changeup hangs up. 2-1 now is the count.
Yep, just keep battling.
Day Jones is up next if Thompson were to reach here with a 2-1 count. Dempsey trying to go the distance. And that one, frame job, got the strike call there. That one was well in the other batter's box.
That's a tough one right there.
But that's what you're called to do as a catcher. If you can get the umpire to bite on it, it works, and it did there. 2-2 now is the count. So waiting the 2-2 offering. And it's going to be hit foul down the third baseline, and we'll stay at 2-2.
Good job of Skate. Just keep battling right there. That was another questionable pitch, but after the one we just saw called, you better, like I said earlier in the game, you just don't put it in the hands of the umpire. You make the decision right here. If anything's close, you got to get that bat off your shoulder.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th, 6-3, Northeast with the lead here. And Skate will dig in, trying to find a way to extend this contest. Change up, it hangs up. Now the count goes full here to Skate.
Yep, just got a battle going on right here. 2 experienced players going at it.
So Thompson will dig in. Dempsey ready to go. And draws the walk. Great at bat there by Sarah Kate because, as you said, Coach, you got to get people on base to try to tie this thing up.
Got to go on. And that's your heart and soul right there, Sarah Kate, of what all she brings to the team, the excitement, and just had a great, you'd say a professional at bat right there. She found a way to get on base. She was down with 2 strikes, but she just kept battling.
Well, Sammy Day Jones will come in here as she was robbed of an extra base hit in her last at bat. There's going to be a snap throw down to first. Was not covering the bag. And that's a break there for Northeast that the first baseman was paying attention. If that one gets away, then Skate is at second.
That's exactly right. I don't know what she was throwing the ball.
That pitch missing for a ball.
Yeah, that's 2-0. Like we said, you got to get that last out. The clock's not going to run out until they get this out. So Skate's got to play it safe. She don't need to get picked off, but she needs to try to get to that next base if she can.
And that one called a ball. 3-0 now is the count.
Yep. Sammy Day doing a good job right here, knowing we need base runners as well. I mean, that's a close pitch. 2-0, you won't come out of your shoes, but 2-run home run doesn't help you. You need to get on base.
And that one right down the middle, taking the whole way that time. 3-1 now is the count here today. Jones, the center fielder.
Still good hitters count. Like I said, she hit a hard line drive last at bat.
This one fouled off, back and out of play, and now the count will go full at 3-2.
That was a good swing. She just missed that one. So now with a full count, 2 outs, Sarah Kate's going to be running at first base, so they're going to have to throw the ball across the diamond right here. You just want to battle.
3-2 pitch, and there's ball 4. Now the Indians have the tying run coming to the plate here, and see if they might be interested in making a change here, as looks like we will have a pitching change as Duskin will come in from left field. We'll take a break and be back with more. Do the Indians have some magic left in them? Tying run coming to the plate with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. We'll find out after this.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, roll Tribe!
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. New pitcher in the game here. Save situation, as this is going to be Shaw, who doubled and drove in a couple runs in her last at bat. This is Duskin, who got the win in game one.
Yeah, Shaw needs to just go ahead and do what she's done already. She's got 3 RBIs. Why not get 3 more right here?
Swings at the first pitch she sees, fouled off for strike one.
That's a good aggressive swing right there at the first pitch. You look where their outfield, Northeast is doing what they're supposed to. They're playing deep. They're, trying to, they know the only ball that's going to beat them is going to be over their head, so they're going to try to keep Shaw at first base right here. If the other 2 runs score and Shaw stays at first base, it's still going to take 2 hits to score, so that's what they're doing. No extra base hits for the batter.
Harmon at second now, Carnathan in left field. As this one fouled off, and 0-2 now is the count. That is your defensive lineup brought to you by Coke.
So Shaw's got to, she just got to shorten it up right here. You got a strikeout pitcher on the mound, had a lot of success in game one, and she got to find a way to get it to Tyree.
6-3 is the score. And that pitch high for a ball, 1-2 now is the count. Not a bad spot whatsoever to miss.
Not at all, not 0-2. Not with, the crowd's into it. End of the game right here. A lot of emotion, trying to get her to chase something. I'd expect to see something again like that, something off the plate or something that would be enticing to her.
So winning the 1-2 offering here, and that one goes high and looks the runner back to second. The count evens up at 2-2.
So that was her 2 pitches to try to get Shaw to chase something. Now 2-2 where you want to make something happen. You don't want those runners and to get moving on 3-2 count.
2-2 pitch coming, and rounded right back to the pitcher. Throw over in time, and that'll do it. Nice job coming in and getting that last out. And your final score here in game 2, 6-3 in favor of Northeast. They come to Fulton and get a rare sweep here this evening. Well, Coach, let's keep it here real quick. We'll move right into our Renaissance Bank postgame report and talk about our postgame recap brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Your thoughts on the game?
I mean, it's your typical Northeast Itawamba game there. A lot of intensity. Itawamba did a good job of, after falling in the first game, of being able to come out and put a run up there in the bottom of the first. But then, the crooked numbers get you every time. And giving up back-to-back 2 runs in the second, 2 runs in the third were big until Shaw came. She got the 2 RBIs there at the bottom of the 5th, and you felt like the momentum had changed. Itawamba's fixing to do some things, and next thing you know, that Northeast are able to put up that 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Because you think, if this stays 4-3, how pressure-packed is that 7th inning right there? We're getting 2 base runners on, haven't been able to do a few more things. It's just hard going from a 1-run game to a 2-run game to a 3-run game as far as being able to get 1 runner on, bunting her over. You're thinking about, I got to put up a crooked number and stuff. So, your typical just MACC battle. I mean, you got to bring it every day, and it's 2 games. It's not the end of the season for Itawamba by losing 2 games. It's not pushing anything up for Northeast. There's still more games to play. It's just your typical, you just fight, and you come out and you got to be ready for this weekend to get after your next opponents.
Northeast improves to 29-5 overall, 7-3 in conference play. ICC falls to 19-10, 6-6 inside the conference. Final line, these stats always unofficial on the afternoon and evening. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Northeast. 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Indians. So for Coach Andy Kirk, appreciate you coming in, my man. Had a fun one.
I enjoyed it, yes, anytime. I enjoy watching Indians, and next time maybe I'll bring a little bit better luck to them.
Well, you brought Dana, so that's all that counts at the end of the day.
I brought the good-looking one, so that helps a lot, I know.
So we'll see you back here on the Red Channel on possibly Saturday with baseball against Southwest. You want to be sure to follow us on social media. Visit letsgoicc.com for any chances there. So for Coach Andy Kirk, Lee Adams, I'm Adam Gore saying so long from Fulton. ICC falls 2-1, 6-3 to Northeast. Have a great evening, and as always, roll Tribe.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.